Welcome back to WP Sports Desk. We're making the jump from D3 to D1 with Ryan, Chris, Greg, and Wyatt to discuss the college football playoffs. But first, we're going to Justin Valentovic with our top story.
The second college football playoff poll of the year came out on Tuesday. Alabama, Clemson, and Michigan remained first, second, and third, while Washington jumped ahead to fourth in the standings in front of Ohio State and Louisville. Texas A&M fell from fourth to eighth after their loss to Mississippi State.
All right, guys, so let's start off talking about the top four. Let's bring up the numbers and take a look at them. Which of these teams are in the most vulnerable, are most vulnerable looking forward? Let's take a look. Ryan, what do you think?
If you see the newcomer Washington at the number 4 seed, they're probably the most obvious choice. However, number 3 Michigan, they still have Ohio State in their schedule the last week of the year. I really think Michigan is going to have a problem beating Ohio State, so they're my choice for most vulnerable. And Alabama and Clemson, I think, are safe.
I think we have to give credit to all 4 of these teams that they're all undefeated.
Right.
Somehow, this year, there's still 4 undefeated teams in this top 4. But Washington has to be the most vulnerable because Alabama, powerhouse. Clemson, with national championship last year. Michigan has been an absolute force to be reckoned with. Unlike Doyle, I think they can handle Ohio State easily. Jim Harbaugh is doing a great job there. But Washington, let's just say there's a reason why they're 4th and not in the top 3.
Sure.
I agree with Chris, but not just the powerhouse thing, but the schedule. They have a ranked USC team this week, then they have Arizona State, who's but they have a ranked Washington State team last week this season. And the conference championship will be against either Utah or Colorado, who are both ranked.
Right. Wyatt, what do you think?
I completely agree with Chris and Greg here. I think Washington, they're really more of a surprise team this year. I don't think it's going to last forever. They're probably going to lose to USC later in the season, most likely.
So let's move from the top 4 to outside of the top 10. Let's talk about teams that have a chance of making the playoffs. Greg, we'll start with you.
Well, if you look at the top 10, like you have Oklahoma 11th, you have Colorado 12, 13 Oklahoma State, and I think 11 Oklahoma has the best chance of any of those teams on that graphic to make the top 4, because if you win your conference, you pretty much have a chance.
Sure.
And if they could win in dominant fashion in the Big 12 and one of the teams from them slips up, they could easily sneak in.
I disagree with you because the Big 12 is a mess right now. So I'm going to go with, if you look at number 12, number 15, and 16. Colorado, Utah, and West Virginia. Those 3 teams are the only 3 teams I could see that have any speck of a chance to make the college football playoff. Colorado, they win out, they're going to make it. WVU, West Virginia, Big 12 needs to go crazy. If it does, they got a shot. They also have to win out.
They have to win big, though.
Utah also needs Washington to lose and to beat Washington in the Pac-12 title. If those things don't happen, you're not going to see any of these teams come January when the championship
I'm going to have to agree with my
happens.
man Doyle here. West Virginia, I do think, is the most likely team that can probably shake things up. They have a very good team right now, and they always have really good athletes, and they kind of haven't had that moment yet. So I think it's kind of time for them to pick it up a little bit.
What I agree with Doyle is that all of them have losses, so it's kind of a long shot for
It is a
any
long
of these
shot.
teams to
It is
get
a
in.
very long
It's going to be tough because we also have to look at 5 through 10. There's still some solid teams that could make it in before 11 through 20. But I have to give the favor to Colorado, maybe West Virginia.
Well, for
if it happens.
example, let's say Wisconsin upsets Michigan or Ohio State. They're a 2-loss team, just like Oklahoma possibly if they win the championship. So, Big 12 champ, 2 losses.
Sure.
Big 10 champ, 2 losses. Which one do you take?
Let's move from talking about teams to talking about some players. Heisman Trophy. Some people think it's a pretty obvious pick. Some people don't. Ryan, we'll start
Chris,
with you.
say it with me. Lamar Jackson.
Jackson.
It's obvious. The guy has almost 4,000 total yards by himself. He averages over 400 yards per game by himself. He has 45 touchdowns by himself. That's more than some college teams combined. He's the Heisman, no doubt.
You know what really sold me on Lamar Jackson was Mike Vick, former Virginia Tech great, did great in his NFL career, said this guy's better than I ever was in college. And when he said that, whoa, Mike Vick said this guy is faster than me, he's stronger than me and everything. I got to buy in on this guy. And what does he do? Provides all the numbers. I think he should have upset Clemson when they played at Clemson. Team let him down a little bit.
Right.
But this is the best quarterback in the nation.
Look, Lamar Jackson is a beast, but I'm going to go with Jabril Peppers. There's nothing this guy can't do. He plays corner. He plays safety. He plays linebacker. He covers. He
Does he
rushes
play
the
quarterback?
passer. He stops the run. He plays wildcat quarterback. He
he have
runs the
47
ball.
touchdowns?
He returns punts. There's nothing the guy can't do.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah,
if I'm
I
gonna be
think
honest.
Lamar Jackson runs away.
47 touchdowns, put this into perspective. Rob Gronkowski scored a 69th touchdown, and he's played for, 6 years in the NFL? This guy's got 47 in 1 year.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm gonna have to go with Deshaun Watson, the unpopular pick. But as you guys did note earlier, Lamar Jackson was unable to beat Clemson, and Clemson for the last 2 years have been a really good team. Right now, they're ranked number 2 in the nation. I think a lot of that has to do with the quarterback play. If you look at his statistics right now, he's got about 2,400 yards passing, and he's scoring the ball really consistently. I have to go with Deshaun Watson.
Pretty strong opinions here, so let's wrap up, and I'm sure this will be just as interesting. Let's look to the future, the college football playoff picture. Who's taking it?
Alabama defense led by Tim Williams and Marlon Humphrey in the back end. This team, defensive powerhouse. I don't know who's going to stop them. And with Jalen Hurts running them all on offense, too good.
No hesitation there, Chris. What do you think?
Alabama,
There you go.
easily.
3 for 3 so far. Bama, their defense, like always, is great. And Jalen Hurts is probably the best quarterback they've had in years.
Sure, what?
I'm gonna go Michigan.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to go
They're
Michigan.
number 2.
I have to go Michigan.
number
I gotta
2.
go with the home team. I gotta go with my team. I gotta go with Michigan. I think Jabril Peppers is a
But
very
are
good
you
player.
convinced that Michigan can beat Ohio State? Are you truly convinced?
Yes.
I think Jim
I think
Harbaugh's
they're
finally
the
going to do it.
second-best
I think
team.
they're finally going to do it. I think they're
I
finally going
truly
to. As a
look-
Michigan fan, I think they're
Urban
finally
Meyer.
do it this year.
Look, when you go into every football season, NFL and college football, what do? You bet on the Patriots and you bet on Alabama. They're the two guaranteed every year to be at the
yeah.
top. And what's happened? Has history been proven wrong yet? I don't think so. This is the easiest choice. I mean, this is the defense, offense. They put in a new quarterback every other year.
Freshman.
Every
Freshman.
other year.
And he's
Yeah.
one of the best in the nation.
It's
Every
almost
other year.
not fair. Every year. they're
And
the
you're
best
right.
team
It's
by
not
far.
fair. That's why they are the best team, and it'll continue to be that way.
Right, you heard it here. Draw your own conclusion. That's all the time we have for college football. For the first time all year, we'll hit the hardwood and talk some NBA.